All right, we're gonna begin. Is this thing on, you guys?
Whose district is it?
That's a good question. Whose district is it? Is it Councilman Roy?
Oh man, these metal seats are closed. Oh, it's city manager's seat.
Oh, have a seat there, Councilman. You'll be all right.
Huh?
You'll be all right. Sit right there. Okay, we're going to begin our program. We were waiting on Chris Six, but they're on their way, so hopefully they'll get some coverage when they get here. So, good morning, everybody. I'm Peter Zanoni, Corpus Christi City Manager. This thing here. So, we want to talk first about our Cobot Protocol. It looks like everybody pretty much has a face mask on, so that's good. Our case numbers are up again. And so we need to remember the protocols that we've talked about for months, which is 6 feet, social distance, wear your face mask, keep your hands off your face, and keep your hands clean, and take vitamins, right? Anybody take vitamins out there? There we go, okay. Okay, well, we're glad to be here this morning. I'm gonna do some opening remarks, and then Mayor Mccomb, as well as David Fournier, the developer, will come up and speak as well. I did want to recognize, and we can see him here as we've been talking and getting ready. We have the mayor here, Mayor Joe Mccomb, and several council members. Councilman Roy, Councilman Hernandez is here, and I think Councilman Molina is on his way. And then we also have members from the city's Economic Development Board, which is funded from our sales tax. That includes Scott Harris, the president, and then Alan Wilson is here as well. So thank you both for being here as well. We appreciate it. So we're here today to talk about an $18.7 million project. That's a big number, right? 18.7. The picture behind me, if you hadn't seen it already, is what the development will be. It's going to be right here on the site. The city is proud to have invested $1 million in that $18.7 million project. That $1 million investment is from our home dollars as well as from our economic development dollars from our sales tax program. This project is going to benefit the most vulnerable in our community, that being seniors of low income. And today, these seniors live downtown in the Seagull Villa, which probably about 6-8 months ago, Alyssa and I and the owner, David Fournier, toured. And we must admit, it's an older building, and we know the seniors are going to love this brand new place to live right here on this lot. There'll be 111 units on this facility, and I don't know if you noticed if you parked across the street, but you can actually see the bay from the street, unless my glasses were fogged up. But David said if you can't see it from the street, you're going to see it from the upper floors. So a great brand new amenity with a beautiful view. We know that the Corpus Christi Bay is a huge asset in our community, and having seniors be right by it is a double benefit, right, for them. So here's some important facts to realize, and we have to do more. We hope to be at more events like this, and we need strong partners like David Fournier, and we're glad he's here because Corpus Christi has a deficit of affordable rental units, and that deficit is 6,000. So we need 6,000 more affordable units today built, and so it's going to take several years to get those built, but there's a huge backlog of need in our community, and we're not alone. This need exists in many cities across our country. And then on top of that 6,000, there's a gap of 5 additional thousand rental units for market rate, those persons that are making the median income. So we see housing being built right in the city, and it's not enough. So we're short 11,000 in total. That includes affordable and market rate housing for our community. So anytime an investor and a developer like David Fournier come to talk to us that have a proven track record and embrace our community, we love having those conversations, and we love supporting them, and so we're glad to be here today. The current residents that will be living here live downtown today at Seagull Villa, and David will be relocating all of them here, all 111 units. And then the next step will be for that building downtown, which is somewhat historic, to be renovated into market rate lofts right there in downtown, where we know a lot of people want to live and work. And I should have mentioned Alyssa is here from our downtown management district, and one of our goals in downtown is more housing, and so that'll add 111 or 100 units of market rate loft style modern living units for the community downtown. And let me just tell you one other fact here, that the city is an investor, but many others are as well, and I was noticing their logos on David's sign. That includes the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Freddie Mac, and as well PNC Real Estate. Okay, so with that introduction and general framing of why we're here today, we're going to call up our mayor of the city, Mayor Joe Mccomb.
Well, thank you, Peter. It is always exciting when you get a project like this, and the project happens to be one of the goals of our council is to provide some affordable housing within the community. And this is going to be a twofer. One, we're going to get a new facility for the folks living there in Seagulf Villa, and then when they're moved out, they're going to renovate the Seagulf Villa, and so that's helps the downtown area and brings some more people down there. So anytime you can get two for one, that's great, and we're appreciative of that. Some of you may not know that that Seagulf Villa initially served as a hospital, and I don't recall that in my memory. I've known it's been down there, but did not realize it had been a hospital in its early stages. So, but like all buildings, it gets a little deterioration on it, gets a little squeaks in its bones, and maybe a little gout here and there, and it needs some renovation. And so this is going to be great, and we appreciate it. I won't take a lot more time to talk about more of the details. Peter covered those pretty well, but on behalf of the council, we just are delighted, David, that you're making this investment in our community. We're glad to participate with you, and we're looking forward to it, and we hope we have blue skies. We need rain, but we like to have blue skies when we got building projects going, and we look forward to coming over for the ribbon cutting sometime in 2022, I think they tell me. And then the renovations downtown will begin, and that'll be great. So congratulations, and again, we're pleased that you're here and appreciate your effort. Thank you very much. And I think you're the next man on the job.
Can I take this off for the talk, or? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, heard it. So it's funny, my partner, Alan Stahlcup at GVA, he always likes to make fun of me because I always pick the most complicated projects to work on. And this one started 18 months ago. I think I first met started with Rudy and Leticia and HCD and said, hey, I've got this idea. We had the Seagulf under contract, but we knew that it couldn't be renovated with the residents in place. It just was not financially feasible, and there were just so many other issues, and said, but I'd need some help from the city if you could. And we went through the process, and he was incredibly receptive, and they were very responsive. And then, because this touches all departments, then met with Alyssa and Jason saying, okay, we have this property downtown, this is what we want to do. And I mean, when you think about all the different pieces that came together, we had to go through HUD, and fortunately for us, Michael Gamez, who's with HUD, who's part of the main department that needs to approve it, is from Corpus Christi. He knew the property, and he said, I know that property. I want to do everything I can to help. And it was a pretty unique program that HUD had to transfer a Section 8 contract to a new property. And then on top of that, we buy this land, and we're like, okay, we need the street. So we went to the city, said, hey, can we buy the street from you, close the street? And they're like, sure, we can make that happen. So met with all the folks in development services, Andrew Demas, and I probably am missing some names, but my experience was everybody was so receptive. And then in front of the city council, and I remember the mayor saying, we get a twofer. It sounds like a no-brainer to me. And so, and city council was incredibly receptive. and economic. And when I met with Alyssa, she connected me with the folks in the economic development group and said, hey, we can put some type A funds here, because it is where our rents are, you know, and the cost of construction, there is a pretty significant gap there. And so many parties came to the table, and it would not have been possible without all of the help from the city, and I couldn't be happier. And I challenged our contractor Watermark to see if they can finish in 12 months. So they're moving pretty quickly. And obviously we've got all our financial partners. We don't have enough space on this board to name all the law firms that worked on the deal. But it was a very complicated process, and I couldn't have done it without all the help, and I'm very grateful. So thank you.
Well, good morning. Again, my name is Councilman Roy. This is District 1. And, when I take a look at this project and when we first heard about it and where we started as a council and all the parts that it takes to bring everybody together to make this a reality, it really is amazing. And when I take a look at the end result, I think it's vitally important that we remember that, number one, there is a lot of housing out there that's not affordable. And I don't know about you, but I believe, and I think I'm considered a baby boomer, but we're not getting any younger. And to be able to have an asset like this in our area is critically important. I'm so amazed and honored to have worked with the Downtown Management District, with the council and city staff, because we've been able to achieve a lot of projects like this. And this is kind of the tip of the iceberg, and I hope it's nice that we're having a twofer, and I hope this isn't the last, and I hope we continue to go out there, and developers like yourself that have the vision and the knowledge to bring something beautiful like this in this neighborhood is awesome. So I just want to thank everybody, and again, it's been an honor to serve the city, and look forward to working with everybody in the future. Thank you.
Okay, so that concludes our remarks for this morning. And again, we want to thank David for being a strong partner with our city. And we look forward to the work that's ahead of you and ahead of us. We are going to do some dirt turning over here. So if your hands aren't too numb, we're going to have you hold the shovel. That includes the mayor and council members that are here, Alyssa, and then the developer as well. So please come up to the shovels.
Whoopsie. That's not ours. That's yours, man. Sorry, Tegna.
Okay, I'm gonna count down from 5, and no one put their sand this way. Definitely this way, all right?
No.
Everybody ready?
Where do you want the sand?
All right, so
Just
forward.
throw it on your neighbor.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2,